And now the start of the second half. Very close game so far. Here's Brooks. 6 points for him. Luis Scola at the power forward. And Big Yao Ming in the middle. Brooks and Martin manning the backcourt. And Battier. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Where did that come from? A little bit of a shock to see one of those jams out of this fella.
Well, what a bonus it is when he's making those kinds of plays.
Yeah, value added for sure.
Martin against Smith. From 17 feet out. And it's Martin missing.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
And here is Brooks. 13 feet out. Scola, no luck.
Well, the more shots he misses, the more he hurts their cause. He better start looking to pass, because he's not carrying them with his shooting. He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Here is Brooks. He's guarded by Billups. Brooks kicks to Battier. Pass to Yao. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, I used to say Yao was a good free throw shooter for a big man, but now I can just say he's a good free throw shooter for anybody. He's excellent from the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. You look at Yao, you see the height, but there is more to him than just that.
Very much so, Kevin. I mean, he's thick down in his lower body, but he's also tremendously skilled. I mean, he's got an excellent touch.
The 3 from Anthony. The shot is off, and the Rockets go the other way. Here is Brooks. He's got 6. He's guarded by Billups. From deep. Battier cannot hit. And Clark with Yao, that is something that opposing centers have a lot of trouble with.
Yeah, he is so comfortable with his release, and it comes at such a high point that it's just almost impossible to block. And his touch is nice and feathery soft. Very rare for a big guy.
Pass to Brooks. Martin with it. 5 to shoot. From deep. Kept alive. Here's Scola. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Well, you look at Billups, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
The pressure is always there when you're at the foul line. It's you in the basket. You're all alone. But the really good free throw shooters are the ones that can knock them down at a high rate. And this guy is on that list because he was able to block out the distraction and follow his routine. Well, the bad shooting continues for them to start this half.
Here's Martin, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Kenyon Martin. Last season, after spending all his career to that point there, Kevin Martin moved on from Sacramento to Houston.
Yeah, and Kevin, it was a down year for him overall, just by a fraction, though. But he seemed to pick things up after he recovered from his injuries in Houston. When he's healthy, he's one of the dynamic scorers in the league.
Deflects the pass. Brooks with it. He's got 6. Drops in the breakaway layup. Brooks has got 8. Outside, Billups. Pass to Martin. Billups against Brooks. Billups dishes to Martin. It counts, and the foul. That's on Yao Ming.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle. Take a look at what Martin's been doing. He has 8 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
After making a return from microfracture surgery and getting back to action, Kenyon Martin struggled with that knee once again last season, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he partially tore his left patella tendon late in the season. Platelet-rich plasma therapy was used to try to get him back in time for the playoffs, but you could tell he wasn't 100%.
Here's Brooks. 8 points for him. Outside Martin. From downtown.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
Got a piece of it. And here's Anthony from the arc. Can't hit, and the Rockets going the other way now. You know, Clark, some other guys have had that same kind of therapy that Martin had.
Yeah, you know, Blake Griffin had it, Kevin, Corey Maggette, Brandon Roy had it done on his hamstring late last season.
Paid dividends.
It did.
Yao gets the bucket.
No wasted opportunities for him. He's been as efficient as a heat pump.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Steps back and shoots. Phillips, no good.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
To the wing. Scola. Pass to Yao. Working on Anderson. Just 4 to shoot. Baseline jumper. No good from Yao.
We've seen him make that mid-range shot, but just not often enough.
Takes it up. And, yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. Al Harrington's checked in for Denver.
At the line, J.R. Smith, shooting 1.
And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. In his 7th season, drafted straight out of high school, 6'6", J.R. Smith. Clark, wouldn't you say last season was a bit of a disappointment for him?
Well, it certainly was a little subpar based on what he had shown in the prior season, Kevin. His shooting percentages dropped across the board. His focus didn't seem to be there as consistently, and he didn't really have the impact in the playoffs that you thought he might or should have had. And you can't discount that George Karl not being there, not just for J.R. Smith, but for that whole team, may have had something to do with how the Nuggets floundered a little bit late in the season and in the playoffs.
Martin against Scola. Battier against Anthony. And again, Denver no good. Rockets leading by 3. Now Brooks. He's got 8. Battier outside. From deep three-point range, Al Harrington grabs the board.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
The Nuggets with another miss. And here are the Rockets now. 3-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And here's Brooks from outside.
Boy, he had a good look. I think everyone here was a bit shocked to see that one not fall through.
Martin against Yao. And here's Anthony from the arc. And it's Anthony again missing. And here are the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Here's Battier. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And the basket by Scola. Scola's got 6.
I think this is where you want to operate. This is where you want to be taking shots from as an offense, in and around the paint.
Here's Martin. The shot is off. Excellent D there for Scola. Anthony against Brooks. 3-pointer. Martin. Scooped up. Yao. And good that time as they score on the second chance points. Yao's got 30 points.
He's really been the focus of their offensive game plan. And he's come through for his team as they've built this lead.
Anthony, he's guarded by Battier. Here's Harrington to end the drought, and he dunks that one through.
Plays like that are what makes this league so great. He's a special player.
I don't care if you're a fan of another team, you have to admire someone, Clark, who can make those types of plays. And here is Brooks. 8 points for him. It's one-on-one. It's tipped. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. They'll be facing the San Antonio Spurs. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Luis Scola. The Nuggets also changing it up. Walkman's checked in. And the turnover by Denver. Clark, you think about this Rockets team. They worked to play a more up-tempo style without Yao last year, and with their smaller front court, they really emphasize running out for layups and corner threes.
And without the big guy in the lineup, that team had to make adjustments, and to their credit, they did, and did so effectively.
Here's Brooks. The double-double, just one basket away now for him. He's guarded by Billups. With the fadeaway, Brooks misses. So Clark, with that up-tempo look, how does that affect the team now when Yao comes back in the fold?
Well, that's always interesting when you think about a presence like Yao and how much he can do inside. You've still got to play through him, but I think they'll blend, running when appropriate and making sure they take advantage of Yao when he's on the floor as well.
Billups with the bucket.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
Pass to Battier. Now here's Yao. Harrington's there. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Kenyon Martin. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Nuggets. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Tremendous output from Yao. He's got 30 points, and his free throw numbers are good. 4 of his points have come from there. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
He hits the second from the line.
Could have had more there, but at least he made it a 2-possession game.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Right side Billups. Martin kicks to Bulkman. Goes up. Laid in for 2 with the pretty feed there. 9 points in the game so far.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Backing down is Yao. On the money. And the Rockets lead by 4.
He's really doing a nice job leading his team and setting a terrific pace this quarter. He's been absolutely dominant.
Martin. Patterson snatches it inside.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Here's Martin. The shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. They haven't trailed by more than 7. Tipped. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Brooks. Rebound by Smith. And here is Harrington. Yao picks him up. Harrington against Yao. Here's Martin. Here's Bulkman. The Nuggets with another miss.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Here's Brooks, and the layup is good. Brooks has got 10 points.
Great awareness makes him a dangerous threat every time down the floor.
Billups kicks to Bulkman. The shot, no good. And the Rockets go the other way.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Deep 2 from Brooks. Again, the miss by Brooks.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Smith kicks to Bulkman. Outside Billups. And it's Martin picking him up. Fires from 14. And Billups gets it to go. Billups has got his second bucket of the night. Pass to Martin. Tries to get it going. Good. And the Rockets lead by 6.
His shooting so far has been a bit spotty, so hopefully that's a sign that he's back on track.
Brooks against Billups. Harrington, he's covered by Yao. The tray. Billups with another miss.
I'm sure he'd like to have a do-over here. He just hasn't been able to make a significant contribution in this one.
Here's Battier. Buries it from outside. Battier's got 5 points so far.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Smith kicks to Bulkman. Outside, Martin. Just 3 to shoot. Bulkman shot is off. Rockets leading by 9. Battier outside. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Patterson. He's got 10.
He's starting to pick up his game in this half.
Here comes Chauncey Billups. Pass to Smith. And they get it. Rebound by Yao Ming.
He just hasn't been able to get on track in this game. Not like he would like to. He's a much better shooter than he's shown.
He played through 3 in the double-digit game going on here. Yao Ming really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Oh, he's been a nightmare in the paint. A nightmare. He's got a whole bag of tricks down there, and they can't seem to do anything to stop him.
The Rockets on top, up by 11.